When we think about approaching Jesus, we need to always come humbly. Say that with me, come humbly. I want you to think again with me, here are these wise men. Of course, you've seen the nativity scenes, because wise men, what do they look like? They always got the big old robes on, they got crowns on their heads. You seen the nativity story, right? Okay. Now, we don't know if that's the case or not. Nobody took a picture of them, okay? We don't know what they look like. But we know that these are majestic people. These are the elite of Persia. These are the scientists of their day. These are the ones that are of the highest rung, if you will, on the social ladder. They're the very opposite of what the shepherds were. The shepherds were on the lowest rung, and the wise men on the highest rung of the social ladder. And here are these men of greatness, as the world would measure greatness. And what is the first thing that they do when they get in the presence of Jesus? What did they do? They bowed down. They exercised and demonstrated humility. They recognized that Jesus was greater than they were. They laid aside their pride and their arrogance and realized, we're actually nothing in comparison to the great King that we're now worshiping. And please remember that he was still just a child. So here are the wise men bowing down in humility. And one of the things that will attract the attention of God to your life is when you come to him with humility. The Bible says that God opposes the proud, but he gives grace to the humble, that humility is an attraction to God, that when we lay our lives down before him in humility, we bow our will, we bow our greatness, we bow our mindset, we bow our opinion of ourselves before him in humility. That begins to open the process of God's presence at work in our lives. And the reason a lot of people never hear from God or never see God is because they're too arrogant to see him. They're too prideful to see him. They can't see past themselves to see him. And this is the challenge that we all have many times, to get past ourselves and say, I'm not so great after all. And there was something about the wise men that say, we're not very great after all. He's a child, but this is the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. Okay. They bowed before him.